The last video was the second version of, it turns out to be like one of my favorite songs, I guess. Because it's really fast and really straightforward. Actually, it's not as fast as it was before. I slowed it down just a hair so that way. The big problem for me in that last one was I was just, the guitar. The guitar starts out mostly in time, and in the last version it really just starts to sway, and then it gets ahead, and then it slows down again. This one I slowed the BPM down, and I put the drums so that way I just play straight with the drums, and I made the drums better. This is actually the version of the drums that I have Logic, and the the beginning and end, I have the hi-hat with it, and then in that middle part it switches over to the ride, and the ride I just wanted to keep it fast. And even though the guitar is doing like a more simple riff, I guess you could say, but the drums differentiate the sections. So there's a crash into a ride, and it sounds pretty good, relatively speaking. I mean, it's not going to be a whatever, but I mean, for me, going from like nothing to this is a huge leap. And I feel that this song just overall, it feels better. It sounds sonically a lot better. It's not great, obviously, but it's something that I can put up and I think, oh, okay. I'm not like, I don't just like feel uh, like, ugh, that song. And that's the reason, because like the last song, I still have that. There's still something that I need to fix on it, but I haven't gotten there yet. But this one, I think, okay, like the Grave Fear, I think is done. I think this song, I wanted to keep that little intro too to give a context for why the name is the name, because the name just sounds a bit random. But then when you hear the voiceover from the PBS special, it's like, oh, okay. So same concept, same idea. I did it in this guitar because this guitar just sounded right. It sounded tight, it sounded heavy, and it didn't have a lot of noise around it or behind it. And I found that these are passive pickups, so these are just humbuckers, basically. And it just sounded a lot tighter and meaner and in your face, that's what the song is. It's really just like, it starts out with somebody insulting something that was actually pretty seemingly nice, at least. It goes from an insult to just like, this is what the song is about, and it just really aggro and mean. And I think, like I said, I think it came out really good for, relatively speaking, for me. Obviously, there's a million things that you could change on to make it better, but for me, I think the Devil Worshiping Cult of Human Sacrifice, which I think it was like the first 5 songs, maybe. I lost track of them. I thought they're mine. I'll keep track of them. That hadn't happened. But this version 2, is the final version, I think. Unless I get really good at guitar. I don't know, redo it if I get better and if I learn how to record better, which mostly is just me getting better. I think that this version is final version of this song, and I wouldn't. I feel like, okay, I made my statement with this. I can move on, and I feel like that it's just good. So, whatever number that song is the version 2 of A Devil Worshiping Cult of Human Sacrifice from Grave Fear, and that's it. On to the next song.